Okay, we're going to call the June 22nd meeting to order. Roll call.
Here, Schmitz,
Here.
Miller, yes, here,
Here.
here.
Here. Do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Do any board members desire to add, delete, or separate any items of the agenda as proposed? No? Okay, I need a motion to approve the meeting agenda as presented for the regular board meeting on June 22nd, 2026. Support. Roll call?
Carr? Yes. Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller? Yes. Lawson?
Yes.
Ethan?
Yes, motion carries. I need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting held on May 18th, 2026. Moved.
Ford?
Roll call?
Carr? Yes. Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller? Yes. Lawson?
Yes.
Ethan?
Yes, motion carries. Are there any board members with correspondence? Mr. Carroll? Mr. Smola? No? Will you continue recognizing our guests and visitors?
I guess, thank you for being here today. If you could just please introduce yourself, we'll work our way through it.
Emily Sadowski.
Eric Zadowski.
Why not? Whitney Masters. Whitney Masters. Yeah, that's good. Great.
Lucas Burkholder? Is that Frank? Brady Rupert?
Alex and Tobin. Kelsey Bible. Aaron Salazar. Kurt Master. Dr. Dolores Kleinfort.
Tony Doble? There you go.
Sarah Sager. Leah Sager.
Matt Sager.
Soon forth.
Well, Daddy. I'm Brown.
Dixie Burton, John Vaughn.
So thank you, everyone. Being that no one has registered to address the board, we are going to jump into Mr. Frank's presentation.
All right, good evening, everybody. Obviously, you can see we have a lot of special guests here tonight, and that is because we wanted to recognize our third and fourth grade students who scored a perfect score on the Ohio State test this April. So we have a lot of guests here with us. Obviously, some couldn't attend because of other commitments, but first I want to just say on behalf of the teachers and myself, how proud we are of you guys for your hard work. This is a great achievement for each of you. And I want to recognize our third and fourth grade teachers, obviously, but also the younger level teachers as well, because they were laying that foundation for these students. So not only the current teachers, but the teachers from the past as well deserve a lot of credit. I'm just going to go ahead and read off the list here, the students starting with third graders. When I do say your name, if you're here, you can come stand up here along the wall and we'll get a picture here, Jen, okay? So first, we'll start with third graders, and these are all from the math state test. We had Gunnar Donald, Kendon Masters, Cameron Pound, Wyatt Smith. So that was our third graders. And then fourth grade, you can come up too when I say your name. We had Ava Aguilar, Alex Clark, Marie Cornwell, Hudson Simbolin, Sylvia Dougherty, Jack Dawson, Zoe Deddy, Mason Dominic, Carter Kyle, Madeline Langendorfer, Charlie Mans, and Wyatt Sadowski. All right, guys. Here, scoot over here a little bit. We're gonna get your picture right behind the podium. All right, guys, thanks.
We can wait. All right, awesome. Thank you very much. Congratulations, everyone. Awesome work.
So,
Good job.
good job. You guys are free to stay or go. I'll send the picture out.
All right, we're gonna jump into Mr. Carroll's financial reports.
Thank you.
First report that you have is our cash reconciliation report that shows that we are balanced with the banks. Second report is our financial summary by fund. This is how we are currently appropriated as of the end of May. Now just note the increases and decreases that you're going to approve in just a minute. That all ties to this financial summary. We are increasing by fund level and then decreasing if we are over appropriation. Third report is our cash summary that shows the fund balance and current POs. We currently have in each fund at the end of May, the general fund, we're at $628,000. As of today, we're under 200,000 and we have up till next week to pay all of our invoices and get that down to zero. Our disbursement summary report that shows all of the checks that we issued during the month of May. First draft is the general fund revenue and expenses compared to last year at this time, and then compared to our forecast. At the end of May, we're 92% of the way through the fiscal year. And the last draft that you have are our payroll and benefits broken out. Again, we are 92% of the way through the year. And we have spent 90% of our payroll budget and 92% of our benefits budget. We do have 4 donations to approve. We did get paid from the music boosters to help with our sound systems, and then also from athletic boosters to help with the student tickets that we did this year. The increases and decreases that you see here to the budget, that is again modifying our appropriations. That way we can end our fiscal year appropriately. We do have the return of advances to food service from the general fund. We did 4 of those this year at $100,000 each. I need to return those and then transfer the $400,000 to food service. And then also, we did get notification of our federal grants for next year, so those allocations are in. We also have our petty cash accounts, one of those being Dragonfly for athletics, so we can pay officials. And then we have a list of items that Holy Trinity would like to discard, and just need to approve those. That is all that I have.
Does anybody have questions for Mr. Carroll before we jump into the agenda? All right. It's recommended by Brian Carroll, Treasurer, to approve the following financial items. To approve the May 2026 financial reports we just reviewed with Mr. Carroll. To accept the following donations: $100 anonymous donation to Student Assistance Fund, $500 from Fulton Alumni Association to elementary principal, $1,500 from Music Boosters to the general fund for our sound system, $2,500 from athletic boosters to the general fund for student tickets. We also need to approve and amend resources for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026. Need to approve the following transfers and or appropriation modifications for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2026, and to authorize the treasurer to carry over any outstanding encumbrances as of June 30th, 2026. I'll give you a second to read over those that he explained to us. We need to approve temporary appropriations for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2027 at 75% of fiscal year 26 actual expenditures. We need to approve the following grants, modify appropriations, and amend resources accordingly. Title I for $136,374.70. Title IIA for $28,582.19. Title III for $135.78. Title IV for $10,688.77. IDEAB for $284,725.95. IDEA ECSE for $6,923.54. Also to approve the following petty cash and change funds for the 26-27 school year: athletic petty cash of $4,500, central office petty cash of $50, office petty cash of $50 per school building, and athletic change fund of $3,000. We also need to approve the technology items for disposal from Holy Trinity per their letter dated June 9th, 2026. At this time, I just need a motion to approve the financial reports and other financial items.
So moved.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Carl? Yes. Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Lossing?
Yes.
Kiefer?
Yes, motion carries. We will move into personnel. We need to offer the following teacher a one-year limited teaching contract effective with the start of the 26-27 school year. Erica Ferguson for the high school business teacher, MA Step 4. We need to rescind and approve district supplemental contracts for the 26-27 school year to offer the following supplemental contracts pending the completion of any and all certification and or licensure requirements. Rescind Nicole Brock for the half contract of student council advisor, and that's gonna go to Danette Setmeyer for the elementary student council advisor, half contract. Audra Rostai, FCCLA advisor, Andrea Hessen, mentor teacher, Sherry Call, mentor teacher, and Amanda Breen, mentor teacher. You also need to offer Sydney Pickles, teacher, a one-year limited teaching contract effective with the start of the 26-27 school year. To offer the following individuals a non-teaching one-year limited contract effective at the start of the 26-27 school year. Katie Daniels, cook, 3-hour position, and Wendy Etz, cook, 3-hour position. We need to offer the following supplemental contracts for the 26-27 year pending the completion of all pupil activity permit requirements. If you want to read over this, these are coaching related. They carry on to the next page. We also need to approve the following high school and middle school paid and volunteer event workers for the 26-27 school year, and to set the compensation for certain athletic event positions to be paid from the athletic fund. I'll give you a second to read over volunteers and paid event workers' names there, as well as if no volunteers are available, the pay for that position. We need to approve the following staff members to provide summer preschool screenings on an as-needed hourly basis per the negotiated agreement for Sherry Call and Katrina Specht. To approve a decrease of half an hour per day for Darcy Feeback, the high school cashier, and increase a half hour for Melissa Miller, middle school cashier. All cashier positions will now be 2.5-hour positions with work time set by the food service director. We need to approve Elizabeth Ford as a 4th grade long-term substitute. To approve payment for supervised agricultural experience assessment visits in the amount of $2,510.46 to Alexis Howell to be paid by the agricultural education 5th quarter. At this time, I just need a motion to approve the above listed personnel positions.
So moved.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Carl?
Yes.
Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Lossing?
Yes.
Kiefer?
Yes, motion carries. All right, we need a motion to approve a payment of $350 to Addison Kiefer for additional hours worked as an SOS tutoring coordinator.
So moved.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Yes.
Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Lossing?
Yes.
Kiefer?
Abstain. Motion carries. We need a motion to set the following breakfast and lunch prices for the 26-27 school year. Prices represent a 5-cent student increase from the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Yes. Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Lossing?
Yes.
Kiefer?
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve the elementary, middle school, high school, and preschool student handbooks, district gifted handbook, IMTS handbook, curriculum guide, high school course fees, and fees for the 26-27 as recommended by the administration. The following student fee schedules as recommended for the 26-27 school year. Grades 9 through 12 will be billed for individual courses with a maximum course fee charge of $150, which is the same as last year. Per academic year, any high school activity fee, class fee, administrative fee, and co-curricular fee will be in addition to the maximum course fee. And you can see the grades there, and they are all comparable to last year's and the Chromebook protection program of $30.
So moved. Forward.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Carl?
Yes.
Schmitz?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Lossing?
Yes.
Kiefer?
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve staff handbooks for the 26-27 school year and the Evergreen Board of Education expected behaviors for employees.
Moved.
Forward.
Questions and discussion? Roll call?
Carr,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Kiefer.
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve the student athlete and coach handbooks for the 26-27 school year.
Move.
Support. Questions and discussion? Roll call?
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Kiefer.
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve the following ticket prices for athletic contests for the 26-27 season in conjunction with the NWOAL guidelines. $8 for adult high school events, $5 for student high school events, $5 for adult tickets at junior high events, and $2 for student tickets at junior high events.
So move.
Support.
Questions, discussion?
Are we still students getting in free, our students, or are we going through that, or?
That was part of, Mr. Hendrick's report, he's gonna ask for that for next year, the support of the boosters, so
Okay.
we're hoping.
Perfect, thank you.
Roll call?
Carr,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Kiefer.
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to authorize the treasurer to pay the 26-27 Northwest Ohio Computer Association membership and EMIS fees of $45,969.48. Last year, we were $46,017.81. And to approve the technical service agreement authorizing the purchase of IEP Anywhere software, Zoom licensures, content filtering, and state software for total cost of approximately $5,000 based on current ADM and licensing.
So move.
Support.
Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Carr,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Kiefer.
Yes, motion carries. Need a motion to purchase school district insurance through the Ohio School Plan administered by Hallett Administrative Services LLC for a total premium of $104,368 for the 12-month period of July 1st of 26 through July 1st of 27. Coverage includes $5,095 for cyber, $401 for pollution, $90,721 for auto fleet, $73,304 for property, $535 for violence, and $10,407 for liability. This is an 18% increase from last year.
Oh.
Support.
Questions or discussion?
Do we know which section went up the most?
Would be for replacement coverage for our buildings, we're at replacement value. And we had a reappraisal this year, so we got this radar. We knew this was coming.
Roll call?
Carr,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Kiefer.
Yes, motion carries. All right, I am not going to read the whole tax resolution to you. I'm gonna jump around a little bit. So we need a motion to approve a resolution determining to proceed and proposing the renewal of an annual tax levy on school district income, revised code 5748.02. Whereas the Board of Education of the Evergreen Local School District currently imposes a 0.25% traditional income tax that expires on December 31st, 2027. And we're gonna jump over to section 4. The board currently imposes an income tax pursuant to section 5748.02 of the revised code that is due to expire, and the proposed income tax under the resolution is proposed to take effect upon the expiration of the existing tax. Thus, the proposed tax renews the expiring tax and is not an additional income tax, since the tax rate being proposed is no higher than the tax rate that is currently imposed. It is found and determined that all formal action of this Board of Education concerning or related to the adoption of this resolution was adopted in an open meeting of this board, and all deliberations of this board that resulted in such formal actions were adopted in meetings open to the public in compliance with all applicable requirements of the Ohio Revised Code.
So move.
Support. Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Carr,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Kiefer.
Yes, motion carries. We need a motion to approve Evergreen Local Schools Ohio Student Wellness and Success Funding and Disadvantaged Pupil Impact Aid Plan for the 26-27 school year.
Move.
Support. Questions or discussion? Roll call?
Bar,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Hebert.
Yes, motion carried. The motion for the Evergreen Local Board of Education to support the educational option program administered by the Wood County Educational Service Center for the Wood County Juvenile Detention Center, the Juvenile Residential Center of Northwest Ohio, and the Wood County Alternative School. For the 26-27 school year, the Evergreen Board of Education agrees to pay $88 per student per day for students assigned to the JDC and $96 per student per day for the students assigned to the JRC, which is the same as last year.
So moved.
Questions, discussion? Did we use this? No. All right,
We need to have it twice.
okay, yep. Roll call?
Bar,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Hebert.
Yes, motion carries. The motion for the Evergreen Local Board of Education to adopt the cybersecurity program and IT administrative standards as presented and direct the superintendent and designated technology personnel to implement and maintain procedures necessary to support this program and comply with applicable laws. Moved.
Support.
Questions and discussion? Roll call?
Bar,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Austin,
Yes.
Hebert.
Yes, motion carries. At this time, Mr. Smolla, would you like to take over with discussion and information?
Yes, for the second semester, in accordance with the laws of the state, we had reported one incident of bullying in the middle school for the second semester, none in the high school for the elementary, and that was handled appropriately by Mr. Burke. We had our wellness committee wrap-up meeting at the end of the year. Our wellness budget was $2,600. We spent $2,599.03 of that. Went into three areas: equipment, lunches for staff, and mental wellness books. So a big goal for next year is increased participation, maybe some additional activities to get more people. So any questions on that? And the last item is just a transfer. Vanessa Martinez is moving from a 5.5 to a 6.5 hour position in the high school, middle school program.
That doesn't fulfill the position we're still looking for.
We now have the 5.5 posted because you moved
Okay.
into the 6, so.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Any questions for Mr. Smolla right now?
The two codes from earlier, what building will they be in?
One in each.
Okay.
One at the elementary, mainly will be helping with prep and then dishes. And the other one will be in the middle school.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
All right. We're gonna jump into administrative reports. Mr. Frank, back to you.
All right, so obviously we're in full summer mode here, so I want to give recognition to Trent, Brian, and Sheila, our maintenance staff, who's doing a nice job plugging along, getting things all cleaned up at the elementary school. They're waxing the floors, making things look nice for when the teachers return. We're also getting some new curriculum materials that are coming in, so I want to say thank you to Dr. Swineford for being timely in those orders so that the teachers can feel prepared and be able to look at those ahead of time before the students show up. I realized I haven't recognized this person all year, and they're one of the most important people in the building. And I think even teachers here would agree with that. Mrs. Jerry Zabo. I wanted to recognize her for all of her work this year. She stayed even longer in the summer than she's required to. She's just always doing everything that she can to make everyone's lives easier. So she really deserves a lot of credit for all that she does. I know you guys all already know about that, but I wanted to recognize her for all of her hard work this year. And we will have one new teacher, as you guys know, next year joining our staff, so it's nice. It's not a big transition year for us, but just one new staff member as in a teaching role, Mrs. Kelly Morava. She'll be a reading intervention teacher, so we look forward to having her join our team. One thing for the families of elementary students is that letters will be coming out here soon for class. Well, they know their class list, but they're gonna get to know their supply lists and all the things they need and a welcome letter from their teacher here soon. I'm gonna mail those out. We did set our open house dates for August. We have two separate nights again, so we do preschool and kindergarten together on the 17th from 5:30 to 7, August 17th. We do those separate so that the younger students have a chance to explore the building and not feel so overwhelmed. So obviously, if we have every grade in there at the same time, those younger kids are gonna have their first experience in the building, not be all it could be, so we wanna make sure that we're being thoughtful of that. And then first through fourth graders, they'll be that Tuesday night, August 18th, also at 5:30. And I just wanted to wrap up by saying good luck to our outgoing fourth grade class. They were an awesome class to get to know. A lot of fun times getting to know them in the classrooms and on the playground, interacting with them in the cafeteria. Really neat group of kids, and I have full faith that they'll adjust well to the middle school. So want to wish them luck as they move on. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Crane.
Thank you.
Mr. Crane. Mr. Burkholder.
Good evening. End of year wrap up stuff, a lot of things happened in the month of May and kind of obviously settling down now in June. But I don't want to miss anybody recognizing things that took place at the end of the year. Big one, as far as individual recognition, we always have our teacher of the year at the middle school. And we happen to have an Evergreen alum who works for us now for the past few years, Mr. Nichols, Martin Nichols. He was recognized as the middle school teacher of the year. He's been awesome in the building. He relates to the kids really well and he wears a ton of hats as far as helping out. He coaches, he is our modern media guy, he's part of our Made Shape team now, he teaches, I mean, he does all kinds of stuff, so he does a great job. And I want to make sure we get recognized him as our middle school teacher of the year. We finished the year with a lot. So we had an 8th grade field trip, we had a 7th grade field trip, we had 6th grade camp. All of those events, we were very fortunate this year, the weather was excellent on all of them, compared to the previous year. 6th grade team did a great job preparing for camp like they always do. And I do want to give a special recognition, the high school kids who help with that every year amaze me. Obviously a lot of them I have come through the building and I know them already, but they do such a great job working with our 6th grade and really making so the 6th grade staff can do a lot there, making sure everything's running well for the day. So that kudos to the high school kids and the amazing job that they do participating in that week for us. I want to give a special thank you to Mrs. Chamberlain. She has organized our 7th grade field trips the past couple of years. She did it again for the Mud Hens game that we went to. That went great. I actually attended that one with them. I wanted to watch our amazing state champion, Kylie Mann. She got to throw out the first pitch of the baseball game, which was a great experience for our kids to see that. She did a good job. She did a strike. So overall, that was a good experience for our kids. And then our 8th grade trip also took place the exact same day. So a special thank you to my 8th grade staff who took on that responsibility of leading that when I wasn't there. And we had about 10 different parent chaperones also stepped up and helped out. Really good trip for those kids for the day. Beautiful weather and overall a great experience. 4th quarter wound down as far as a lot of our reward stuff gets squeezed in at the very end of the year, but we did get most of the stuff in that we wanted to do. We do our real character awards that we always do, and we got that in the last week. So over 50 kids were recognized that week for a real character award that they bring to the building. Remember, those are non-academic awards, and on the year we had over 180 different kids receive one of those awards. So that's really cool for those kids to see that they're getting recognized for stuff other than just academics or athletics. Academically, we did have 73 students get all A's in the 4th quarters, which that's a really hard thing to do, and we had 51 of those kids get all A's for the entire year. So that's a really tough accomplishment, especially as you get up in the 7th and 8th grade levels, it gets more and more challenging to do that. 210 of our students made the honor roll for the 4th quarter. And then we had our NJHS induction ceremony that last week as well. We squeezed that in. And very cool, this year we have 18 new members, which is the most since I've been principal down at the middle school. So 18 is a great number to have that many kids want to be part of it and qualify for it as well. I did not start out at the beginning with Mr. Franks. I probably should have. We had the families to the left earlier. I also want to recognize we had 13 different state tests that were perfect scores in the middle school this year. So I'll go through and just announce each one. Obviously a lot of them aren't here. At the 8th grade level, we had Denver Mainhart get a perfect score on the math state test, and Kenneth Dilly get a perfect score on the high school algebra state test as an 8th grader. In the 7th grade, we had Sophia Sager get a perfect score on the LA state test. And then in the 5th grade, we had for the math state test perfect scores, Brantley Harris, Ella Majewski, Jack Mans, Grayson McQuillan, Grayson Sager, and Alexandria Zabo. Also in the fifth grade, getting perfect scores, for the ELA test were Nora Hassan, Ella Majewski, Jack Mans, and Alexandria Zabo. Again, you know, some of those aren't repeats on accidents. We had 3 different kids get perfect scores in both for the grade levels, so that's pretty impressive. So that was great to see that 13 kids got perfect scores. Those are no easy tasks to do on those state tests. They're tough. And then moving forward, looking to next year, I will be sending out parent information towards the end of July, basically the week of July 20th, somewhere in that range. I'll get a parent message out to everybody, reminding parents where they can check for their student schedules, giving them information on open houses. We're gonna do the same as we did last year as far as that Monday night of the first week of school. Staggered where the fifth grade get their own time in our building, and then the older kids can come in afterwards. And then additionally, we're gonna be doing staggered start again at the middle school. So we divide the building half for the first 2 days, really helps with the flow and getting kids into the routine of the middle school scheduling, and then everybody on that final Friday. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Burkholder. I just wanna
You want that, sure.
applaud you, I wanna applaud the middle school ones you want a picture. Do you want a picture, Mr. Burkholder, or no?
I'm waiting to here. Actually, what I would probably do is a picture at the beginning next year, because I
Okay.
get all my kids in there.
Okay, well, congratulations, kids.
Yes, very well.
Mr. Roofer.
All right, good evening. Since last board meeting, we just had 3 days of exams in the high school, so we kind of wound down. I do want to congratulate Katie Pierce on being the high school teacher of the year. She's an intervention specialist. She was chosen by several of her coworkers, and just, she does a ton for the kids, whether they're on her caseload or not, so huge help. A huge asset to our building, students and her colleagues, so congratulations to her. In your report or that you received, there's, for the high school handbook, I did want to highlight some of the changes, our technology policy. We are no longer going to be providing laptops for CCP classes. We provide Chromebooks. The Wi-Fi will no longer be available during the school day. And Mr. Doble's added there limits on how many times kids are able to borrow Chromebooks. We have a large number of things coming up missing, broken, so we're trying to get that under control. And then the attendance policy, I know Mr. Smolov talked about it in previous board meetings, but just to reiterate, that was in there in the high school. All absences count towards that chronic absenteeism after those 65 hours, whether it's doctor's notes or parents' notes, they are unexcused unless they have a doctor's note with them. All kids must be in the building by 8:30 a.m. to be eligible for extracurricular activities. Just to kind of go in line with the state requirements, so, we need to make sure that they're in. If they're not, we need to make sure parents are notifying us, obviously communicate. If there's doctor's appointments, we can be, you know, that's not an issue as long as there's communication ahead of time. Those are the major changes. I know there's some medical and health screening policies, but other than that, really nothing major in high school handbooks. On Wednesday, August 12th, we're going to have our new student orientation, 8 a.m. in the gym, same thing for the past 5 years. So nothing new there. They'll get schedules. I'll go over a presentation. I will be sending letters out to parents that last week of July. I think it's like July 27th with all that information. Student schedules are available right now in Power School. So our fearless technology director tells me they can get on and can see their schedules. They did preview them before they left for the school year and met with Mrs. Brain. So that should all be up there for them to see. And then the supply list is also on the website. With our technology director, he's on top of all of that, so. That's the last compliment I'm giving him. So. That is all I have. It's been quiet, so it's at summertime, winding down, getting ready for next year. Any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Roofer. Mr. Small, would you like to share Mr. Henricks?
Yeah, filling in for Mr. Henricks, he wanted to congratulate the following teams and athletes on their all-state accomplishments. Ava Vakulik, who was honorable mention all-state for softball. Will Reitz, finished 10th in the state in the long jump and 13th in the 110 hurdles. Braden Huffman finished 12th in the 100-meter dash. And our 4x100 relay team of Will Reitz, Braden Huffman, Ethan Nash, and Luke Woodring finished 5th. So congratulations to all of them. That's awesome. Dylan wanted to thank the district as well as our athletic boosters for allowing students grades 7 to 12 to get into home athletic contests for free. This past year, 2,163 student tickets were admitted at home contests. 2,163, so it did have an impact in getting participation up. Great opportunity for our kids to support their peers. And through continued conversation, he's hoping we can continue to do this next school year. I'm willing to do that as long as the boosters are willing to continue to help, so.
Awesome.
That's what I had from Mr. Hendricks. For myself, just a couple things. We're looking to add a position to our student services department for the upcoming school year. After reviewing numbers from the past school year, we have 97 students on a 504 plan and 130 students on an IEP. We think another person is needed to better serve this segment of our student population. We currently have a public posting for this position and are looking forward to conducting some interviews, see who can join our team. And then I want to thank our custodial staff for their efforts to get the buildings ready for next year. We are ahead of schedule with classroom cleaning and floor waxing. And then a reminder, we'll be closing the buildings June 29th through July 31st to clean and wax hallways in the common areas. So that's something new, but it's gonna help them really get done and then get to some additional cleaning that needs to happen over the summer. Any questions?
All right. Are there any board members with questions or concerns?
Just want to say thank you to the elementary teachers for their hard work on helping the kids get those perfect schools.
Anybody else? Anything? No? Okay. I just need a motion to adjourn the June 22nd, 2026 regular meeting of the Evergreen Local Board of Education. Support. Roll call?
Carr,
Yes.
Schmitz,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Lawson.
Yes.
Hubert.
Yes, motion carries.